gonna do a quick Facebook Live, man. Just FYI. Just waiting for this to catch up with me.
Don't bother me. I'll be over here. Quiet as a bee.
Zzz. All right, here we go. 3, 2. Hey. All right, hey there, everybody. Chief Meteorologist Jason Boyer here in the Skywatch Weather Center on this Thursday, Friday Eve, August. What is it? 17th. Yes, that's right. I'm trying to get my day straight. We are looking forward to another beautiful evening around the area, but we're going to get a big old change, and that change is going to mean some issuing of weather worn days. We're going to have several weather worn days coming up, and we'll talk about that in a second. Right now, our immediate weather maker is this cold front I'm tracking. It's off to the north. This time of the year, these cold fronts don't provide much relief. In fact, this is just minor drops in temperature we're talking about into tomorrow. We'll probably see the highs in the low 80s. There will be some clouds with that system as well. But once that system passes by, we are going to start heating up eventually, and we're going to get back into some serious heat. It might even be the hottest stretch of the year in terms of the high temperature forecast and how it will be feeling as well. So this impacts the Western Carolinas. It really impacts the entire Southeast and the Midwest because they will have it even harder than we will. A heat wave, though, that's what we're talking about. This is probably, what, number 4 of the season? I lost count. Widespread 90s expected across the area. The humidity is going to build as well. So this is going to take a toll on the body. Those that are unprepared certainly want to take it easy into next week as the heat really starts to take hold. Of course, you can always scan right there on your screen, that QR code where it says scan here with your camera. Open up your camera, kind of place it near there, and it'll give you the opportunity to download our free Skywatch weather app, which I highly recommend. It does give you the latest watches and warnings whenever you need them. All right, so here's what it looks like in terms of the heat tracker. And we're going to feel like the low 80s the next couple of days. It's going to feel gorgeous, but it's going to get hotter, and we'll push our feels like temperature to 89. Sunday, we'll push it into the lower middle 90s next week, and that's just 3 days, 4 days in a row that will probably feel pretty darn hot around here. That's just the mountains. You get outside the mountains, obviously it's going to feel even worse. Look at that, putting you into the danger category here as we go into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, as the upstate likely experiences triple-digit heat indices or feels like temperatures. So no joke, folks. This is something that we'll have to deal with, and you want to take serious and, take the necessary precautions. That means staying hydrated, limit your time outside. If you absolutely have to work outside, take plenty of breaks, maybe get inside the AC if you can, or in the shade. That's what's going on into the longer term. And also, speaking of longer term, we just do not have much in the way of any moisture. We're looking ahead here to the next 7 days. The Euro model has us completely dry in Asheville, Greenville, and almost all locations. Anywhere you see gray, that is zero rain. Where you see that darker green, obviously that's some measurable rain, but even there, it's pretty paltry over the mountains. We could see a little more on the GFS model. As this updates, you'll see that it does show more accumulation, more substantial accumulation around the Western Carolinas in the next 7 days. But really, that doesn't even come until the end of the 7-day period. So we're experiencing very dry and eventually very hot weather in the coming days, and that's going to be a concern. Obviously, the more you heat the air and you get more sun, the more it evaporates the moisture from the ground. So vegetation starts to get stressed, and it can take its toll on the body and stress us out a little bit more too. I want to talk briefly about the tropics. We do have that disturbance still in the Gulf. This is actually going to be now a 30% chance of development. I can change that right away. But it is a 30% chance of development now in the Gulf of Mexico over the next 7 days with this system here. We have 2 more systems I'm tracking out in the Atlantic. I'm going to show you the latest on those. News 13 at 5. We're just less than a half an hour away from that. Plus, I will be talking more in retrospect about Tropical Storm Fred. On this date, back in 2021, it unleashed a lot of rain on the area, and of course, all the impacts that we felt, the devastating flooding into Haywood County. We'll talk more on News 13 about that. That's a quick brief for you and an update, so get ready for more heat. I will talk to you soon on News 13. Other than that, have a great afternoon and evening.